Debbie. And it says, we are live. So a lot of people saw this quilt, and I think we got the patterns in for the quilt behind us. No?
I don't see them. They should be shown at NBD.
I thought they were in the bottom of that box. And we have one person watching. Yay! Say hello and where you're from. Hello, hello. I'm getting a little bit of a late start today because I was on the hunt for something that I knew was in my office and couldn't find it. It's very important. So, when you start, hey, Taylor. So, when you start digging around and you get that frantic feeling in your heart because you can't find it and you're digging and digging and you know it's there. That's what I was doing. Oh, I hate that feeling. Oh, I do that all the time. Really annoying. It's a matter of getting organized in my office, and I try to get organized. It just turns into a bigger mess. Sometimes I need Lori Gutzman back to come and organize my office and just clean up. Sometimes I need that. Yes. So, hello to everybody out there. I'm Tisha Copeland at Not Your Mama's Quilt Store in Plano, Texas, and we're happy to have you. Christine, hello. Colleen, hello. Thanks for joining us today. I do have some fun classes to tell you about, some gorgeous new fabric to show you, a quick little demo, just some fun things coming up. I think one of my favorite things is going to be a class that we have scheduled or coming up on the schedule in January. And no, Debbie doesn't know about it yet. So you'll have to keep your eyes peeled, your ears open for when I actually put it on the website. Because this is going to be a virtual class. It's going to be a webinar. So it doesn't matter where you are, you can join us. Yay! So I'm happy to have all of you all today on this wonderful Wednesday with the weather gorgeous outside. It is gorgeous. Bonnie, hello, hello. Happy to have you. Okay, sliding in on my pants. You know how to do that? Like you slide into third base or home plate or whatever. I'm not a sports person. But yeah, you know how to do that. Lori, I was just talking about you and how I need you to come back and organize my office and get it cleaned up because it looks like an explosion in there and I'm paralyzed. Don't you need to have a 2 week work trip? Huh? I think you should, right? Yeah, I do. I think so. Come on. Come on. So, yeah, what have we got coming up this week? Well, for starters, we have a binding class coming up this coming Friday. And if you are afraid of doing bindings, or you just generally don't like them, or you have to keep pulling out the instructions to look to see how to do it, this class is really right up your alley. You have a choice to use two different rulers that we have. One of them is the shortcut binding tool, and the other one is just called a shortcut tool, but it actually does four different bindings with one ruler. It's a really cool one. It does a regular binding, then it does the binding with a flange, then it does a two color sided binding. So it's one color on one side and a different color on the back side. And then it does the two color binding with a flange. So it does four different types of bindings, and it's really, really neat. That is a class coming up this coming Friday that Jenny Miller will be teaching. And if you are just nervous to do bindings, okay, you don't like them, come take the class. They're really easy. And if you have some quilts that are waiting to be given away at Christmas time and the binding that's the only thing that's holding you up, you want to come take this class because it's super easy and it's super fun. Then on Saturday we have dun, 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 a little, okay, I can never remember which way to turn this. Foundation paper piecing class. How cute is this? This is for somebody who wants to learn to do beginner foundation paper piecing. Maybe some of those foundation paper piecing, not the same as English paper piecing because that's hand sewing. This is foundation paper piecing. This is done with the machine where you sew on the papers, right? So if you want to learn how to do this, this is a class you'd also like to take because we're just starting off with these four little hearts, super easy to do. They don't have to be springy or Valentine. You can make hearts for Christmas. Use all Christmas fabric and it's totally cute. You can use Valentines. You can use, I don't know, fall colors, anything like that. This is really fun. Jenny Miller teaches this class too, and it's the beginner foundation paper piecing class. And we still have our 12 days of Kitmas. Taylor has been knocking that out of the park every week with some fun demos. If you just need some great ideas of things to come and do quickly, that you want to get some gifts made quickly and easily, then this is what you want to come and do this coming Saturday. Let me show you the recent one she did, a cup cozy. Look how cute this is. A cup cozy. Put your paper cups in there, right? Because sometimes they're too hot to hold. I know sometimes they're too hot for me. I don't like hot drinks, so I have to let it cool off before I pick it up. But look how fun these are. How cute is that? And you could put a coffee cup in there just like this, and inside a gift card. Okay, like I know a lot of people that would love that. My husband would be one of them. He loves hot coffee. So this coming week, we have a new project coming up on Saturday. There was a little bit of talk about it being switched around a little bit. So we might have done that. And then we have Quilters Game Night next week, which is really fun. If you live in the area, you want to come and play for a little while. It's just a fun night out with the girls. That's all it is. Come and play Quilters Game Night. I have a class coming up, the Hot and Heavy Iron Bag class, and that is by Annie. What did I do with it? There it is. Now she calls it the Hot and Heavy Iron Bag because look how cute. Look how cute that is. Because it's made to carry one of those mini irons. You can do this size or you can do the next larger size, which is the one for a regular size iron. And you know what? It is really cute on the inside that if you don't want to put an iron in it, you don't have to. You can use this as a little sewing bag because it's got these little elastic like pockets right here and then some regular pockets right here. So you can use it for a makeup bag. You can use it for a sewing bag. You can use it for anything you want. And that class is coming up next week also. And then we have the fourth bag in our Sally Tomato series. Let me see. Our Sally Tomato series. And this is the hobo bag. Look how fun this is. Okay. Love it. Love this. They come out looking so professional, so pretty. Oops, can you see it? This camera seems to be, I have it turned a little bit sideways, I guess. I can't tell what I'm doing. Anyhow, look how pretty that bag comes out. And then I had to change the inside because she does, when you buy the box, it comes with everything you need in it to complete the bag, right? You have all the tools, all the fabric, all the hardware. The only thing you need is your sewing machine and the thread, hand needle maybe to do a little bit of that. So her interior bag fabric is something she calls Turtle Tex, and it is not really vinyl coated so much as kind of a stain resistant fabric. Okay, very nice and neutral. But I wanted to change it up a little bit. I didn't want to do, there we go. I didn't want to do that color anymore because all the other bags are in it, and I had to go do something else. So what did I do? I had to change the bag. Woo! How fun is that? I had to go bright red. It's a batik. It's not actually red, it's like a orangey red. It's got a pocket in here, and it's got another zipper right here. I don't know if you can see it. See the zipper right there? This bag's really fun because you know how you turn it inside out through the interior pocket that I just unzipped? You turn it inside out through there. That is so cool. I'd never done that before, but it was fun. So you turn it inside out right there through that pocket, and then you finish sewing it up so you don't see any open seams, which you don't anyhow in a bag. But normally you're turning it inside out at the base, right? This is different. You turn it inside out from the inside of the pocket. So yes, I had to change this up a little bit because I needed some bright color. And I also wanted to show people you can change the fabric if you want to. You can change it up, but it's going to come with everything. Look at these cute little tabs that go on the end of the zipper. See that right there? You learn how to make this little tassel. You get that's a little curly. You get this zipper right here. It'll start to relax after a while. It was just folded up. But you get the zipper. You get the zipper for the inside of the bag. You get everything you need. Soft and stable. Well, yeah, it's like a soft and stable. Everything you need to make this. So easy to do. And I love it that I don't have to run around trying to find everything, right? You've got it all right there in front of you. So that is the Sally Tomato bag class that's coming up. Now, what was I going to tell you about a fun class we have coming up in January? Debbie, you don't have to scramble around trying to find this on the internet, on our website. It's not there because I just locked everything in this morning before I got to work. We are going to have a virtual class, a webinar that is going to be totally online on January 10th, which is a Friday morning at 10 o'clock, I think. I have to look and see. And it's going to be with Schmidt's Needles. Rhonda, who is the lady who does the webinar, is going to be doing this for us. And she is going to talk about all the different needles that you need to complete a quilt and what her suggestions are with Schmidt's Needles. Now, she's a representative for Schmidt, so she's not like some person off the street who's just telling you what she likes, right? It's going to be a fantastic webinar. And the best thing about it is that it's only $10 to join it. I think it will be recorded, but I'm not sure. Okay. Could be, could not, but I'll figure that out later today. It's going to be on January 10th. You really want to sign up for this because I'm also going to have bundles of needles for sale so that you can start using them right away. Put that knowledge you just learned, all that stuff you just learned, put that knowledge to work right away. It's going to be nice because she's going to explain how a needle works, which unless you take a magnifying glass out and study your needles, you don't really notice there's a lot of little different things on them. And so how does it work? What is the best type to use for a particular fabric or for your thread? What is the best type to use for multiple layers? What if you're just doing piecing as opposed to the top quilting? So much information in that. And we will be talking about that. A little bit dipping into clothing needles, but since we don't sell the clothing fabric, the knits and polyesters, and we sell a little bit of it, but we don't have fabric like Cloth World, right? Do you remember Cloth Worlds or Hancock's? We don't have fabric like that that has everything. So she won't spend a lot of time on that. She'll just dip into it. But she will also talk about nonstick needles, which I find are really important when we're doing bags and purses, because sometimes we're ironing our fabrics onto the Soft and Stable or to the Bozal in our form, which is the one that is double-sided adhesive. And so sometimes when you're ironing it, you get a little bit nervous to quilt it because it might start to gum up your needle. Schmidt's has a nonstick needle that I think is perfect to use, right? So be watching that because it doesn't matter where you are in the country. you can take this class with us. Yay, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So, one more thing I want to show you. Let me see. I think we're covering everything here. I'm going to put this down right here. And I'm going to bring my lovely assistant onto the camera right here. Let me see if I can do this. I say my lovely assistant because she just hangs out here. Debbie said she's a good assistant because she doesn't talk back. I said, what fun is that? So look at this, how cute it is. Have you had pictures coming up of super cute clothes in your Facebook feed or Instagram feed where it's kind of this shabby chic, pumpkiny with this kind of stuff, or maybe it's Christmas trees, or maybe it was little jack-o'-lanterns or whatever. I looked at that and I was like, what's the most, my husband says the most expensive thing I can say is I can make that because I can buy the shirt for $30, but I can make it for an easy 400. That's not a problem. He always jokes about that. But yes, look at this. So with some fabric, and literally I did this with just a fat quarter. I did this. You can go online and you can just print out a pumpkin pattern or anything. Make it anything you want. This is what I use. It's a coloring book image, right? You just print out or you download coloring book image of whatever it is. In my case, I wanted to have the little pumpkin. So that's what I looked up, print it out, then just applique your pieces down. But the most fun part is the chenille it. This is chenille, DIY chenille, that we sell here in the store. I may have shown it to you before, but I wanted to show you something different that you can do with it. And I use 3 layers. So I put it around my pieces like this, and then you proceed to brush it. We have a fun little brush that you just brush it. Every time you wash it, it's going to bloom even more. That's what they call it, blooming. And you can make these literally in about an hour and a half, beginning to end. I went and got the sweater from Walmart and just sat down and started doing it because I can wear this to Thanksgiving or for Thanksgiving. I can wear it all month long if I want to. It's just a fun little project to do. And you can get them done quickly and easily, right? So I had to put this up in the store so that everybody could see it. The chenille it is so easy to work with. It comes in little strips. This is the 5/8 width. And then we have a thinner version that is 3/8 width. And like I said, I use 3 layers of it to get it this fluffy. You don't have to use that much, but I like the fluffiness of it. And you just stitch it down with a basting stitch or any kind of stitch. I tend to use a basting stitch when I'm doing it. So I go up, and I say a basting stitch, I go up to about a 4 just to allow it to stay on, but not necessarily. Wait a minute, am I telling you wrong? I am. I don't use a basting stitch. Etch a sketch that out your head. I use this regular 3.0 stitch or a 2.5 because I wanted to keep those little fibers together so they don't continue to come loose. And just stitch it down right down the middle and then sit there and, brush it till it comes loose. Really cute. I'm going to move this chickie over here. There. And you can make those for Christmas. You can make them for Thanksgiving. You can put them on napkins. You can put them on quilts. When you have a panel quilt that maybe just has some cute little panels and you don't really know what else to do with it besides put a border on it, put some of this in the little sashing, highlight those little blocks, and it comes out so fast and so cute. It looks like you did a lot of work. And you can also use them as a binding. So if you want to learn how to use chenille it for a binding, you got to stop in the store and see. It's pretty easy and it's pretty fun. So last week we had several people ask me about this quilt over here. This is a quilt that Debbie made. You can kind of see it just a little bit. right there. And she used the, what's it called, that fabric line?
West Palm Beach.
West Palm Beach by Jennifer Paganelli. She used that fabric line and did this quilt. We have this pattern in store now. We didn't have it last week. This is called the penny quilt, and we do have it in the store now. I like this because it is using primarily fat quarters. So you're going to use, like, for fabric A, you need 7 fat quarters. This is a lap size that she made. Fabric B, 7 fat quarters. Fabric C, 1/3 young yard cuts. It's only one of them that is, you get more. It's probably the white that is 1 3/4 yards. But how cute is this? Love it. You know what it would also look good with? The Nutula pink. It would look so pretty with that. We still have some of the Jennifer Paganelli fabric. What?
Oh, we're just.
Oh.
Can we talk the pattern up for just a minute?
Yes.
Okay.
Come on.
I've rarely been so excited about a pattern. Okay, because
Come closer.
as the former long armor, we taught a lot about borders, the importance of how to put borders on. Well, when you make this quilt, if you don't use fat quarters and you use yardage, it's actually faster, and you're using that same idea of how you add your borders. So I would cut the fabric, and these little white sashing would become almost like a mini border. And at first I was like, well, things aren't matching quite up, but you know what? I'm going to pin and pin and pin just like we do with our borders. We always pin on the edges, and then we find the middle spot, pin that. And lo and behold, when the quilt came together, all the sashing matched up perfectly. I couldn't believe it because I was really nervous about that. So if you do get this pattern, I recommend, you can do it with fat quarters, which is what I did. But if you use yardage, it's actually faster because you're building a giant block and then you're cutting it into quarters and then repositioning it. So it goes really fast. It looks like you're doing a lot of piecing, but you're actually doing some piecing and then cutting it down. Isn't there like a disappearing 9 patch where you kind of do that same idea? But I highly recommend this quilt. It came together so much faster than I thought it was. And when the sashing lines up, like, let's see. So you can see here how the sashing just lines up. It was just.
So what would you do instead of a fat quarter? What would you do with the 1/4 yard cut of fabric?
I think it has it on here. When you open this up, it will tell you, like, are you going to do it with fat quarters or are you going to do it with yardage? So I have to take a look at it. But once you open it up and take a peek, I wanted to do fat quarters because I wanted more diversity in the fabrics that were used. But if I was going to do it again, I'd be tempted to use yardage and just have a little bit more repeating fabrics, but it goes so fast. Anyway, I love this pattern, and I know it's definitely going to be one that I'm going to make more than one quilt with.
Yes. Yeah. Nice. And you know what? They have a baby size on here too, which is a 37 by 37. You could do this as a baby size quilt, and you would use 4 fat quarters and then some scraps for more fat quarters, so 8 fat quarters. This would be really cute. And if you wanted to, you know what you could do right here in this little sashing? The chenille it. That would be so cute to do chenille it right there with that little sashing. That would be cute. Yes, it is a stunning quilt. It is beautiful. Love it, love it. So, how's that going today? Everybody enjoying that? Yep. Okay. So last week, I know Debbie and Christina, didn't they do a great job last week? Yay! I couldn't get to it. I was doing something last week that I couldn't do. I was running errands. That's right. I was delivering boxes to all the other shops that are in our Christmas shop hop, our Peppermint Lane shop hop. We have 12 shops that are participating in it. And I handled all the printing for them, just got it all done. And so I was delivering boxes to 11 other stores so that they could start hanging stuff up in their store and advertising the shop hop. And I wanted to get it done because I was leaving to go out of town on Thursday, and I needed to have everything delivered to them, and I wanted to peek in, say hello to everybody. So I couldn't do the live. Christina and Debbie did it. I thought they did a great job. I got to listen to it while I was driving. I wasn't driving and watching TV. I listened to stuff. I'm a good listener. I'm a good listener. Um, oh, look, Greenland quilter, Miss Katie. Hello from South Greenland. Do you only sell things on the lives or do you do other things? Miss Katie, I have a whole website. And everything that's on the website is for sale. And everything that's on the website is in the store. And everything that's in the store is on the website. So yes, we if you see something I'm showing and you want it, you can just say, I want that. And we'll make a note of it and touch base with you for payment. And if you see something on the website, you can call us also or email us or whatever you want. But thank you. Welcome to my show, What's New Wednesday. So on that note, what I was starting to tell you was they showed you the fun little, now if you've been with me for a while, like a long time, you've seen this before. The kitchen boa, love the kitchen boa, love it because I can hang it around my neck, right? And it's right at my hands for what I need all the time. And the men like it because if they're barbecuing, they can just go like this and clean their hands if they want to clean their hands. Or if they're just working in the shop, they can do this. You know, really anybody who's always cleaning their hands for something. Art teachers or an artist, if you like this. If you're baking at home, if you're watercoloring, anything that you're always cleaning your hands for. I put down my dish towel at home and I can never find it again. Does anybody else do that? And then by the end of whatever I'm doing, I've got 4 dish towels out because I set it down and then I can't find it, even though it's right under my nose. So that's what this is. I wanted to show you how to make it because it's super, super easy. Do you all want to see how to make it? You want to see how to do this? You have to give me a thumbs up or a heart or a yes or something like that so that I know you want to see it and not just bore you with a demo. So feel free to speak up. Let's see. Thanking. We're international. The Greenland quilter. Greenland. Not Greenland. Greenland. Okay. I won't start with that yet. We'll put it aside. So we did get in this gorgeous. Okay. Colleen D says, yes, let's see your demo. Okay, Colleen, you said yes. So you know what? You're going to see it. I'm going to show you how to do this. It's really fun. What you're going to do is start off with a 1/4 yard of fabric. Okay, just like this, a 1/4 yard of fabric, cut end to end with your width of fabric. Okay, so here's my 2 selvages on these pieces right here. I'm going to take that, open it up, and I'm going to sew along this edge, just right here, my 2 pieces folded in half, right sides together, and I'm going to sew from here all the way down to about, right there. Okay, I'm going to leave an opening because I'm going to have to turn this out and work around with it on the other side. I'm going to start sewing again. I'm going to leave my opening right there. I'm going to start sewing again and go all the way down till I get to the end again. Okay, so here we go. Down this way, leave an opening, then right here, down this way, leaving the opening, right? So now what I've made is a big long tube, right? The next thing you're going to do is get a dish towel. And I am going to, I think Debbie stepped away. Let me see if I know how to do this. I did it. Yay, Tisha. I'm going to get a dish towel just like this, okay, and cut it in half. So this was one long dish towel. They're usually 27 or 28 inches long. I didn't particularly want it that long for my kitchen boa. So you get one dish towel, cut it in half, open it up, cut it in half, and then make your pleats however big you want to make them, whether you want to gather them, whether you want to do it accordion style, a little tuxedo fold, or a tailored fold where they all face to the inside. It doesn't matter. You're going to set that out, make your folds so that this measures about 4¼ inches or 4½ inches, right in there. From here to here, you want it to be about 4¼ to 4½. If it's a little bit bigger, don't worry, because you're going to be able to squish it in there. If it's a little bit smaller, just tuck this out a little bit like that and make it a little bit bigger. You're not going to be able to tell in the big picture when you're finished. Then you're going to sew a stay seam right here, a stay stitch, to hold your pleats in place while you're working. You don't have to go in and worry about getting your pleats out of whack, right? What's also nice is that these tea towels or dish towels tend to fray a lot. So that stay stitch right there will keep it from fraying all over the place. Now, once you've done that, you've got your piece of fabric that you have sewn like this. You left your opening, right there. There's your opening. You left that. And you've got an opening over here at the end. And that's like that on both sides. What you're going to do with leaving this inside out, move up a little bit, leaving this turned inside out, you're going to get this tea towel and you're going to pull it all the way up to right here. So what I do is I just come in and I grab it like this. Okay, I grabbed it like that. My fingers are in there, see? I'm just going to grab the end of my tea towel, and this is the edge that is sewn, the end of my dish towel. I'm going to grab it. I got to get my thumb in there. I'm going to grab it right here and just pull it through, okay, on the inside. On the inside. I'm going to start laying this flat, and you can see it starts to lay out flat, right? Here is the end of that tea towel that is sewn. See? And I'm just going to come up right to the end of my little tube, the little tube that I made. Right to the end. There it is. Next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and sew a seam right here to close this end all together. So I'm going to sew a seam right there. Okay? So far, so good. From there, I'm going to go ahead and pull this out now to turn the whole thing inside out so that it looks like this. So I have pulled the whole thing inside out. My towel is on the outside now. My raw edge is hidden underneath the scarf part. I'm going to put a stay stitch now all the way around, a top stitch right here, all the way around like this, a top stitch right here, all the way around. And when I get to my opening right here, all I'm going to do is pull, oh, that's a mess, is pull those pieces together just like that, right? And continue stay stitching right along. And it's going to close that opening for you. Now you're going to have a perfectly placed, pleated tea towel that is ready to use. You can literally sit down and make 10s and 20s of these for everybody. Wrap them up with a spoon, a wooden spoon, a bottle of what do you call it? Ketchup? No, not a bottle. A jar of ketchup. Anything like, not ketchup, spaghetti sauce. Good night. I don't know know what I'm saying anymore. A jar of spaghetti sauce, anything like that, you can do it, right? Just like this. And you've got these gifts made. They're ready to go. So cute and easy. You can even put it, if you're going to go to the dollar store, buy one of those little tinfoil bags if you want. I mean, not bags, plate, uh, what do you call them? Pans. And they're tinfoil. But put a cake mix in there with the frosting and the tinfoil and put this in there. So cute. So cute. And you can do these. It's so fast. I can take them over to uh, the bank teller who's always helping me because I sometimes get the same one for long spells. And so I can give some to her, some of my vendors, some of my girlfriends. It's just a cute little thing. And you know what? If I make some with some more masculine fabric, the guys really like it too because they can use it while they are barbecuing, which is really nice because then they are not using my dish towels when he's using them, because some of mine are a light gray or they're a light tan color. Yeah, he can use his that I have made with a dark color to put barbecue sauce all over it, right? So fun stuff. Oh, just give the guys a barbecue sauce with one of these. Tie it on there like a bow. That could be really cute also. You just tie it on there like a bow right on the barbecue sauce. Go get them some fancy foo-foo sauce. Tie it on there like a bow. How cute is that? I love these ideas. I want to go do them right now. And the money really comes into spending it on the barbecue sauce because this doesn't cost anything to make. They're easy to do and inexpensive. Yay! Did you like that? Yay! Yay! Thank you, Christine. It was an easy one. Colleen, thank you. Thank you. Yes, lots of stash fabric to use. You can do it, like I said, a quarter yard of fabric. Super easy. Okay, so I want to show you our newest fabric line. And the name just escaped me. Deb, huh?
It's called Grounded.
Grounded. And this one is by Marsha Dursey, isn't it? I think so. This new line is called Grounded. It's a free spirit fabric. Hey, Lori. I see you're still there. You remember those kitchen boas, don't you? Yep. Debbie, would you look to see who the designer is for that, please? Because it has just left my mind.
Different name. Carluccio.
Oh, yeah. Maria Carluccio. Yes. She's a new designer for Free Spirit, and she really likes kind of a batik kind of look to it, but it's not a batik. It's a regular fabric, and it's also very artsy fabric. So lots of color in it with little splashes of other color in there. She doesn't really work in designs like, say, a floral or mandalas or anything like that, Christmas ornaments. So that's not her style. Hers is more watercolory-ish, where it doesn't have any specific lines to it or motif. Beautiful, beautiful. You're going to love this when you see it. And you're going to love the pattern that we kitted it with. Now, the design will be up on our wall pretty soon. But I want to show you these yummy, delicious fabrics first. So this one. Look at this gorgeous green and blue. And again, it looks like a batik. It is not a batik. You know what this also looks like to me? Because I love clothes like this that are not specific lines like we talked about. Not particular florals. They look very watercolory-ish or paintbrush-ish. I think this would make a beautiful coat. I would love to have this as a coat. Chop, chop, Mark. Start learning to sew. Pair that. Alexis, it is pretty, isn't it? Oh, I love it. Pair that with this blue. Look how rich it looks, because you've got this green this dark green right here that's playing with these colors right here. You've got the blues, that's kind of like a sapphire blue that's playing with this. The purples, these are all purples, but it really plays nice with these colors here because those can go purple when you put something purple next to it, right? So that purplish blue, which in you know, regular color tones comes out to be a periwinkle. So that periwinkle blue works real well. But when you don't have a periwinkle right there, it's not going to be like, oh, that's a weird blue, because you are still pulling the color out with this. Then you can make a leap over to this one right here. This one I thought was such a pretty design because it looks like roses. Kind of looks like roses, doesn't it? But it's not. They're just painting. It's just painting. It has nothing to say like what the design is. But you put that right here with these, and you can see how it's going to start to come together so pretty. Now for this one, let's go ahead and again pair it. Look how gorgeous with this dark mauve color. You've got the lighter purple in here that's playing really nice right there. You've got that real light turquoise, the color of my walls. You've got that really light turquoise, that aqua color that just plays really nice with all of this. It doesn't distract from it. It doesn't be like, oh, what's that color? Why is that in there? Then you also have this kind of beigey taupe color right here. You don't see it too much, but it is there. It's enough to play nice with the other piece of fabric. You've got it right there. And it plays right here with all of it, just makes it all go together so nicely. So pretty. So taking that, let's jump one more. Look at this color. Aren't these just looking beautiful together? Again, this doesn't have any specific design. It's just a beautiful watercolor. If you're the artsy fartsy kind of person, this should be singing to your heart, because it is singing to mine. It is. Here is, look at this, that dark color. Oh, so rich. So rich. Look at it with these colors right here, which is also going to play so beautifully with this one. Look at that, how that's going to work so beautifully with that, right? Oh my goodness. So I'm going to add this right here. Are you loving this as much as I do? Because I am like crazy for this. Alexis asked, how many pieces are in this collection? Oh, did you grab all of these, Debbie? Because I think it's 12.
12.
Yeah, 12. Look at this, how gorgeous it is. That green, these look like lily pads to me. They just look like beautiful lily pads. And look, it reaches all the way over here with the colors. It reaches right over here with the colors. But you get this right here. Look at this green, and it has that yellow. I'm telling you, my friends, if you are just not dying over this one like I was when I saw it, look how beautiful that works. They just all come together like an orchestra. And then you have a nice little grayish taupe color here, which is going to give you something to rest your eyes with. Okay. It's going to play very nicely with all of these. See how nice it plays with all of those, especially that one right there. Look at that. Just a nice soft color. It has a little bit of green in it right there, a little bit of blue kind of in the background, not right in your face. These dots kind of show through boldly and then they fade into the background like that, or like this over here. So they're not in your face. It really doesn't scream polka dots. They kind of look like seeds. Again, very organic and artsy. Then you have one more that plays nice with all those little polka dots. See how pretty that is? I shouldn't call them polka dots, seeds. Let's call them all seeds or water drops. We can call them water drops also. Look how pretty that just all comes together, especially with these colors right here. And this color is a chartreuse green. I love that color. I cannot get enough of that color. I could wear it every single day. I love it. And look at this green right here. Oh my gosh, you've got that turquoise, that lime, that chartreuse, the aqua, you've got purple, a real light lavender. It's the softest lavender. You've got that periwinkle in there. It is just gorgeous. And look how it all finally comes together. How beautiful is this line? So, so pretty. It's called Grounded, and it is by, is it Maria Carluccio? Yes, Maria Carluccio. She's a new designer, and we have it in the store now for you. So if you want to come in and get it, this is a fabric by Wyndham, and it is just yummy, yummy. And sometimes when I turn it around the other way, like if I want to see how these colors are going to work, maybe I'll put this one as a background and put this on top of it to see how it works. And then you go, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Look how pretty that is. See, because now you can see this right there. That makes it so pretty. Let's put this one down right here and put this down on top of it, and you just go, oh my goodness, look how beautiful that is. If I wanted to go a little bit lighter, I can take this one and put this. Can you see all the possibilities with this? Oh, I just don't even know where to start. Let's do this one. Singing to my heart, you're singing to my heart, you're making me happy, just singing to my heart. Look at that. How beautiful is it? I love that. So then you start thinking, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this fabric because it's very artsy. And so I don't want to do something like traditional squares with it. No, I have to have something different and fun. Enter dun, 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 the blue onion pattern. Look at this pattern. Now, you might be afraid to do the curves, but don't be afraid of them because look how gorgeous that is. These curves can be cut freehand, or we will be having a ruler also. We will be getting it shortly. I have a sample that's being made right now to hang up on our walls. And then we will be putting it as a class in January or February, probably January. We'll have to see. Maybe January and February to do this, to start piecing this. This quilt is so beautiful too. Oh my gosh, look at that. And it's going to show off every one of these fabrics that I just showed you. It's going to show them off just like everybody's going to be the star. There's not going to be one girl here that's going to be left out because she's not pretty. Every single fabric in this is going to be the movie star, the beautiful star. I know it. Melanie, I'll be happy to take your money. Melanie likes artsy stuff like I do. She loves that stuff. She's an artist as well, and she knows. Oh, I know. I love it. I love it. So this is going to be a kit that you're going to see. We might even have it on the website already. I'm not sure, but we're kitting this, and then we're going to be doing a class. So if you want to get it with this fabric, I suggest you buy the kit, because once we start selling out of pieces, and now that I've shown it and it's up on the floor, also it's out on the floor, once I show it, it starts selling really quickly. Okay. And if you're like, I want to do exactly what they're doing with that fabric, and then you want to go ahead and buy the kit, you want to go ahead and buy it. It's going to be so pretty. So yes, Bonnie says luscious. Let me see. Oh, Lori said fantastic for bags. Yes. There's 12 pieces in the line, Alexis, and we have them all right here. Let me switch over to, nope, I got to switch like that. There. And so Lori says love, love, love. Alexis, yes, the big and bold quilt pattern, it would look gorgeous with that. You are so right. It would be so pretty. Yep. Melanie, yes, she says, oh, wow. Lynn Haley, you sing to, oh my gosh. I don't sing. Noelle sings, and I try to sing with her, but then I start laughing, and then she's like, oh my God, Mom, you're off key. And I'm like, okay, look, I'm 60 years old, 61, 60, whatever I am now. Of course, I don't sing on key anymore. But yeah, no, I don't sing. Okay, so, and Alexis says, oh, that is pretty too. I know. It really is. It really is gorgeous. So thank you all for joining me today on a gorgeous Wednesday afternoon in Texas. Yay! For a November, this day is absolutely beautiful. That's the kind of day I'm having here. I mean, how can you have a bad day when you get to be around all this luscious, gorgeous stuff, right? How can you have a bad day? Not me. No way. Thank you for joining me. I am Tisha Copeland at Not Your Mama's Quilt Store in Plano, Texas. I will be back next Wednesday at 1 o'clock with What's New Wednesday, where I'll show you new stuff that has come in, tell you about new classes on the books, and show you some new demos. If you haven't joined us before, thank you for joining us today, and I hope we'll get to see you next week. Bye.